back to Parking Lot Chats with Lauren and Bo. We're back. We took off last week because what, Kim? Is this on?
No, it's not.
Is this thing on? Hello.
Now it is.
Okay.
Now welcome back
Welcome back.
to us.
We took off last week because I was supposed to have surgery on, like, we record on Mondays. I was supposed to have surgery like Tuesday morning, super early, and I was just like in a weird space, and I was like, I'm not going to be like very good. Like, it's chatty. So I was like, you know what, can we just like take that week off or whatever? And then I didn't even do the surgery.
I get it though, right? Like, it's season. You don't want to be out with...
Yeah. I have about a year ago almost.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I was in an accident about a year ago, a car accident, car was totaled, and I'd been having knee issues since then. Like, I've been complaining about it since then. Finally went and got like an MRI done. Turns out I have like a torn meniscus. It's been 9 months at this point. It hasn't healed. It's not going to heal. Like, you're apparently... the inside of your knee doesn't get blood flow, so that's why that muscle, like, you always hear of like that being repaired by surgery, because it will never repair itself, because blood doesn't go through there to repair it.
That's so crazy. I didn't know that there was anywhere in your body that like didn't get blood flow.
Yeah,
that's weird.
the meniscus, the inside of your knee.
That's such a cool word too, right?
Yeah.
Meniscus.
So they said, listen, the only way you're going to repair it at this point, if it's been 9 months, it's still bothering you, it's just going to get worse, is surgery. So I'm like, okay. And I don't know. I don't know if I was like naive to like surgery, you know? And then I waitress, and like that we're in Florida, and literally like Valentine's Day to Mother's Day or like Easter is like the busiest time of the year, and I was about to go have surgery on February 11th and on my knee. Like, I walk miles a day at my job
Carrying things.
Yeah. So I just, I was being a little bit naive, and I'm like, I'll be fine. I'll take a week off. I'll go back. That's what my doctor said. I'll be fine. And then I was like, started getting in my head, like, what if I need more than a week, or what if I push myself to go back after a week, and then like I don't give myself enough time to heal.
Out.
Yeah, like I don't give it enough time to heal, and then the surgery was
for nothing
because I've just fucked it up again. And so I literally went down to the surgery center, an hour drive. I had to be there at 7:15 in the morning. I walk in, fill out my paperwork. I go, they bring me back, and I see this like fucking, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just like bed after bed after bed of people waiting for surgery. And they all had like their little paper that said like what they were having surgery. I felt that I was like a conveyor belt of fucking surgeries, like just one after another.
Like a surgery factory?
Yes.
That's creepy.
And I mean, it was a very nice facility. It was clean. The people were lovely. They do surgery. It's this office, and this one doctor out of this office does like extremities, and he does surgery once a month. So they all show up on the same day. You know what I mean?
Sense.
Like, and so then I started like freaking out about that. So the girl's telling me all the things. I go into the bathroom. I change into my fucking hospital gown, and then I go back into, I'm like gonna have like PTSD right now. And then I go back into the little room, and the girl comes in to like do the IV. Like, she opens the drawer and she takes out the fucking little IV packet, and I was like, I don't think I can do this.
I wish I could have seen that. That's so funny.
I was like, I don't think I can do this. And I just like broke down in tears. Like, it was so fucking, I was like, I don't know. And they're like, okay, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. Every ounce of my body is telling me that I am making a bad choice doing this today. And I can't explain. Like, I was just like in tears. The doctor comes in, and he's like, takes one look at me, and he was like, if you wanted to do it right now, he goes, that's my job. I'm here to do it. I will do it. He goes, but I don't think like
you're not right.
You're like
you're not ready
mentally ready for this. And he goes, and I don't want you calling me at 2:00 when you're like the pain, like the numbing is wearing off and you're freaking out. And I was like, fair enough. I don't think I should do this either. Bye. And I put my clothes back on and I left.
But I mean, like, good
And
for
I
you for
don't
like
know.
listening to your body. Like,
I
if
don't-
your
yeah.
body's telling you not to do it. Like, there's probably a reason for that.
Everything in my being was saying that that day was not the day that I needed to do it.
Well, good for you. And I think that it makes sense with season. You know what I mean? And like you said, like, season is so small here because it is so fucking hot down here that, like, it's not, there's like a very small, and like everybody, I'm sure you know, even if you're here or if you're somewhere else, like, people love to go to Florida for spring break, and spring break is staggered. So it is, that whole time is so busy. Like,
Right.
why lose that time?
Yeah.
Especially if you've already gone a year. I mean,
Right.
is another 6 months going to hurt you?
Right.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm
it'll
not a
just make it
doctor.
worse as I don't know. But, and I don't know what my options are now. I don't know. Like, do they just, I mean, the doctor said, like, you could do it 6 months from now. You could do it a year from now. He's like, it's not life or death today. You know what I mean? It's not something that had to be done that day.
Right, just a little meniscus.
Right.
God, I love that word. I'm gonna name my next cat meniscus.
I mean, I'm fucking over it. I literally feel like, I don't know if it's like mentally or whatever, but I feel like it's been bothering me more since.
Oh yeah, no, it's in your head.
Because
It's
now
in your
I'm
head.
like in my head about
it's
it.
in your head for sure. I feel like that anytime I read anything or hear anything about someone that's like young having something like wrong with them that like isn't normal, I feel like I have those symptoms. You know what I mean?
Slightly hypochondriac.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's because it's in your head. It's
Right.
like, you know, you'll be like this girl that I know, that I knew, that I served with a long time ago, was like younger than us, and she had like this weird like heart attack situation, and like it's completely stuff that I absolutely don't have. But as I'm reading her story, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Do I
I
have
can
that?
feel it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
Yeah. Is
No.
that what's wrong with me right now?
no, you're being crazy, lady. It's fine, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I like my watch, because if I think I'm having a heart attack, my watch will.
Tell you.
Well, yeah,
Hopefully.
nothing's going on. So like,
Yeah.
my watch would have told me if it was real.
Right.
Maybe just knock it off. Well,
Yep. So we just had a break last week for no reason.
no, that's okay.
Well,
you know.
maybe I needed it. I wouldn't have been. I was not in the right headspace. So.
Right.
But yeah, that's that. What did we miss? What did we not talk about last week? The Super Bowl?
I think that's the only thing that happened.
Yeah, I felt like there wasn't really a lot to even like.
There wasn't like, there's not a lot going on at Disney. I have like some little things that, I mean, there's always some stuff going on because it's a giant ass company, but like in the grand scheme of things, what happened besides the Super Bowl last week? That's it. And I mean, what happened there? The Eagles won. Hardcore life.
They booed Taylor.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
No, that was fucked up. And then everyone's like, "Oh, the Eagles fans, they boo everybody." They booed who was it that announced the Chiefs? Like, you know how like Bradley Cooper announced the Eagles, and then someone else, I forget who it was, announced the Chiefs, and they were like, they booed him too. And it was like, okay, but like, did they though, or did they boo the Chiefs who he was announcing? Like, Taylor just was shown on the screen. You didn't boo fucking the other Lady Gaga. There was other celebrities there. I forget. Like, there was
Paul Rudd was there.
you didn't boo them. Maybe it was Paul Rudd actually that announced the Chiefs. But you weren't booing him. You were booing the Chiefs that he was announcing.
Right.
Like,
right. Nobody would ever boo Paul Rudd.
Right?
That's not a thing. Nobody has beef with Paul Rudd.
Right. Like, you booed her, and the side eye she gave, and she's like, "What the fuck is happening?" It's
I'm
so
like,
funny to me.
So I missed the beginning because I don't know, for some reason in my head the Super Bowl starts at 8:30, and I like planned around that, and I was like making dinner at like 6 o'clock, and then I was like, oh shit, the game's on, and then I don't have.
Oh yeah, so then you had to do Peacock Premium or whatever like that.
I found Tubi.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking of something else. That was the Grammys, but yeah, Tubi,
something that was
it was
free,
on Tubi's,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So
Tubi.
I got that going on my couch TV, but then I moved into the kitchen because I had already like planned to start prepping dinner. So I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm just gonna put it on here, and I can listen. But then I couldn't get the Tubi to sign in the living room TV for some reason. I couldn't figure that out, and like I was home by myself because they were out, because I told them they didn't have to be home till 8:30. Well, I told them the game didn't start till 8:30, so I was gonna start getting dinner ready at like 6, and then like they'd come home and I'd be like working on it, and then we could eat, right?
Right.
So I'm like on YouTube, because it was like YouTube was like, we're gonna play it, we're playing it, but it's like people were streaming like broadcasts, so it was just like the sounds, like there was no picture, and then I thought that I found it, and I was watching for a couple minutes until I went and got a closer
like 2
look.
years ago or something.
Even better. it was the sound, but the graphics were a video game. And it took me like 10 minutes to realize it. And I was like, this looks kind of Grand Theft Auto-y. And then I realized it was like video game graphics.
God.
Like somebody must have been like playing Madden
to
to the fucking broadcast.
That's pretty
and I was like, because it showed like somebody that I don't remember who I even would have, or maybe like there wasn't people in the stands. I don't know. But it was like 10 minutes of listening to it until I realized that it was a video game.
That's pretty funny.
And then they showed up and I said, Eric, you got to make the Tubi work.
Yeah.
And then you got it. Know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I watched it. It was a good game. I mean, I don't know if it's like too late to talk about. I obviously like Taylor and Travis, so I was like rooting for the Chiefs. I think I was the only one in the house that I was watching it out that was. But it was like, I'm not a big football fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan, right? Like, I'm not a football fan. I always have watched the Super Bowl. I don't know why. I think it's just like a pop culture event in a sense. You know what I mean?
I like the halftime. I like the commercials.
Yeah, I like the halftime commercials. Like, I just always have watched the Super Bowl. But other than that, like, I don't fucking tell you a thing about football. So, I thought it was really cool with Cooper DeJean, the one that like got the interception on Pat Mahomes on his 22nd birthday, first year drafted in the NFL, first year made it to the Super Bowl, and then freaking intercepted on Pat Mahomes on his 22 years old. Like that was a cool story that came out of it. And now like because the Eagles won, I've been watching like, you know, on my TikTok and stuff, things will pop up of them being interviewed. Not just Cooper, but like the
one with the dad.
I don't know if I saw that, but Shakon. What is it? See, I don't even know people's names. Yeah. Barkley, Shakon. They were making fun of him and calling him Shashawn, but that wasn't Saquon. Yeah. And then Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, and I've been watching like interviews of them, and I'm like, wow, I really like these guys. Like they're funny, they banter off of each other, like they both have like good personality, like they're really funny to watch. So I'm kind of almost glad the Eagles won because they like Cooper got that moment, and they had really great moments for a team that literally this is their second Super Bowl, and
I got another one too if you want to cry for real. Let me find I'll just tell you, we don't need a name. His dad played in the 2004, it was like they won like a title division game or whatever. And like they didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but they won the game. And the dad was on the Eagles. And there's a picture of him holding him at the 2004 whatever. And then he was on the Eagles this time. And then there's a picture of like his dad picking him up.
That's cute.
I'll have to find it and send it to stories. So I used to be into football when I was like bartending and stuff and then I lived in Miami. So like I like the Dolphins, but like that's not a Super Bowl team. Super Bowl is not the Dolphins' business.
Right.
So I also watch just for the pop culture because again, my team will not be there. But my family is from right over the bridge. So my whole family is big Eagles fans. So I told Ferris before the game, who do you, and he decided that he was going for Eagles because Aunt Leanne likes the Eagles. Before the game. So the whole time he was like amped the fuck up because the Eagles were killing it.
They were.
It was like they were playing by them goddamn selves against like little kids. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying that much attention because I was making dinner half the time because I was off on my fucking timing. But I was listening, and then I did probably like by like the end of the second quarter I was like done and in it. And I ended up letting him stay up late because he got really into it. He watched the whole game. He was like yelling, "Fly, Eagles, fly!" I was like sending videos to my aunt, and she's like telling him chants and stuff so he could like sing along with the shit. It was really cute.
That's funny.
So I was glad the Eagles won for him because I didn't expect him to get that into it. And he got really into it and decided he was like diehard Eagles fan, and
maybe we just made a football fan out of
it. And like it went well for him. Like having like picked at the beginning, you know what I mean? I made him pick at the beginning.
Right.
Because you don't get to change your answer halfway through when they're winning. No. I made him pick at the beginning who he wanted to be on. And I picked Chiefs because I was like, that way we can be like rivals in the house because it's me, him, and Eric did not care. He was like watching Forged in Fire the whole time. He really don't care about football. He did think that it was funny when he kept coming in because every time he would come into where we were, the Eagles would be like intercepting or doing something. He would be like, "What the hell is going on in here?" It was out of control.
It was out of control.
So like he thought that like it was interesting because it was actually a really crazy game.
Right.
But other than that, I think he was like watching pool matches on YouTube and Forged in Fire. You know what I mean? Like he's not fucking paying attention. But we enjoyed it, and then I love the pettiness. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
loved like him coming out after Drake sued him, been like looking straight in the camera with that shit in
my
your head.
God.
Say Drake.
Say Drake.
And then Serena Williams is fucking crip walking on the stage. Like after all
Yeah.
that shit that Drake was talking about her, called her husband a fan. Damn right, her husband's a fan. Fuck you. And then the American Heart Association was like, just so you know, Not Like Us is the right amount of beats per minute for CPR.
yeah,
and it's
I
like,
saw that.
Drake's gonna sue you guys, so. You know, I like petty.
And there was like that one part of his performance too, and he was like, I want to sing the lady's favorite song, but they like Sue or something like that.
So funny.
And like it started in the background.
He did it like 3 times. He teased it.
Yeah, and then he goes, maybe I'll do it later. It's like, what?
That shit was funny.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the halftime show. I enjoyed some of the commercials. I feel like I missed some because like at one point like I came out of the kitchen at the end of like the Dunkin' Donuts commercial. So like I really wanted to see that and I missed it, and I'm sure it's been played around and I probably could have found it on the
The
internet.
seal is a seal was fucking, I was dying.
Yeah, that was good. I saw that. And then I saw one, I feel like I heard where they like saying like celebrities were aliens or something. I was like, you guys picking on yourselves, you weirdos?
Yeah,
It was funny. I didn't get it, but
I don't know the whole story behind this, but I saw at the parade, and I don't know the whole backstory, I guess I should say. Apparently, and I don't know the name of the Eagles player. Apparently, somebody, one of the guys on the Eagles, had some beef with the Swifties. I don't fucking know what was said.
Yeah.
And then the Swifties, like, whatever, they got like real fucking petty and found like his mom's restaurant or something like that and started leaving like bad reviews, which is terrible. Like
Yeah,
can we
we
not
don't
do
do
that?
that.
That's fucking stupid. Like that's her livelihood, and who cares whatever he said? You know what I mean? Like,
and you know that Taylor Swift wouldn't support that or condone
No,
that.
like,
You
no,
know she
like-
wouldn't condone that.
so he during the parade, y'all know I love fucking Taylor. I'll ride for her, but he had a shirt on that. Okay, so you know it was like Super Bowl, whatever whatever number, but like the Roman numerals was LIX.
Mm-hmm.
So he wore a shirt to the parade that says Swifties can LIX my balls.
You know what? That's fantastic. That is fantastic. And you know,
dying.
and that's not even about Taylor. It's about the crazies that
The
went after his
crazies.
mom. So you know
Swifties
what?
can licks my balls.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Dying.
That's
I
good.
was like, okay, I'm a fucking Swiftie, and that shit's funny.
That's funny. And you know what? I don't remember what it is, but I feel like I did see it. And like he did say something like nasty, but like it still doesn't like it doesn't justify going after his mom's livelihood, guys.
No.
Right? Like it
And I
doesn't.
don't know what he said either. I might be mad at him for what he said, but his fucking shirt was funny.
Right? And like I don't remember exactly what it was, but I do remember it was something that like wasn't cool. Like what he said, I don't remember what it was, but like it wasn't okay. But again, like it's the end doesn't justify the means, there, guys, right? Or the means, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm saying
Yeah,
it
let's not
backwards,
go
but you know
after
what I
his
mean, right?
mom.
What's
What
his
she
fucking
do?
mom got to do with this?
Yeah.
Right? Like leave his fucking mom alone. That was funny. I saw a really cute thing. First of all, so like I just said, so I know that we're both from like South Jersey, but my family's from literally right over the bridge. Like when I was a teenager borrowing my uncle's car up there, every time I tried to go from one aunt's house to the other, I'd accidentally end up in Philly. My Aunt Lydia would be yelling, "You're gonna get mugged!" You know what I mean? It's a whole fucking thing. That's how close we are. So my dad's cousin shared a thing. They closed the schools in
saw that.
their county because all the teachers called off.
I saw that.
They were all
Everyone's like, fuck it, we're going.
fuck it, schools are off because we know you guys are going to the parade anyway. And then I saw a video. One of the players, again, I don't know anybody's names, was in the parade, and it was a video, and he saw their ball boy.
I saw that.
And
yeah.
he just fucking picked this grown man up and dropped him in the
Yeah.
parade. One of them
I saw
took a
that.
kid, and then
Yeah.
like one of their like handlers had to come back and be like, "Yo, you gotta give the kid back to the parents." He like put a kid on his shoulder and walked away.
They literally will like living it up. It's cool to
Yeah,
like,
it
see
is.
them like that. That's dreams. Whether you know, I don't fucking care who wins or loses. It's really cool to see that people like live out dreams.
Yeah, it is.
Like-
It's really cool, right? I felt like silly on Monday that I hadn't thought about what was gonna happen and that I should have made reservations for Magic Kingdom for my aunt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, but like I mean, we didn't know they were gonna win, but like it would have been
Right.
cool for her to like be able to be there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens next year. It seems like they're doing well. Or they
Yeah.
they did well enough this year.
Yeah.
And like some of their guys that were doing well were fucking rookies. So
Right.
next year might be looking good too.
Cooper DeJean is. Have you seen that?
No.
It's like,
No, I don't know
some
what that
guy,
was.
some guy like I don't fucking know, some TikToker. I don't remember his name. Sorry, made a video, like a song, like a little jingle, like months ago. They had this Cooper DeJean as a safety, and he's like, and it's to Michael Jackson's, like, and it goes, Cooper DeJean is not a safety.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
they were like, in the song, I don't remember the rest of it, but he pretty much tells him to, like, he should be a corner, which was the position he was playing when he got that interception.
Oh.
So now that song is like blown up again.
I bet.
And he was like,
the Eagles owe him some money for telling him how
right?
to run the
That's what he said. He came back and made a video and was like, so am I going to get like a kickback from this idea? But there's even like a video of like one of the players singing that song to Cooper, like on the sideline.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then someone made like a poster of, I get like him like laying sideways, kind of like a Michael, like I guess there's like a picture of, I don't know the song. I can't
Billie
think.
Jean.
Billie Jean. Okay, so is with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and he's like laying sideways
yes.
in the
Okay,
cover.
so they
Yeah.
did that with Cooper and wrote like Cooper DeJean or
That's so
whatever, and
fucking
like
funny.
he stole that person's poster during the parade, and they were all like passing it around.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's right. Cooper DeJean.
And, like,
not a safe.
If you make a poster about a football player and they take it, are you like, cool?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
even care. You can have it. I love that you love it.
Yeah.
I love that you love my ideas.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
But all right. I think, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
if that was
from-
like old news, so and we just spent 20 minutes talking about it, but
Well, that's okay. Because now you just reminded me that TikTok's back and we just found out yesterday.
Yes.
And I'm so happy. I don't give a fuck about TikTok, honestly. It was kind of nice. Sometimes I feel like I'm overwhelmed with all of the internet things that we do and like that we both do separately as well as this. And it was kind of nice not to have a third fucking app to worry about
Right.
posting on. But CapCut, let me tell you. So I don't know if we've talked about this on here. I make the memes, and not having CapCut was killing me because I don't think I told you this even. The memes that are available on the desktop are not the same memes that are available on your phone. So the
Right.
memes that I have access to on the desktop were, no offense, made by a bunch of fucking 14-year-olds. Not that 14-year-olds are probably watching this. I know everybody's probably our age, so they get it. But, like, they're so dumb, and I hate them. And it's been so hard to make
Yeah.
memes with these fucking available templates. Honestly, I just want to make memes again. I like to make memes.
yeah, you're good at it.
And I fucking hated the choices that I had on the desktop. And I'm just really happy again. I don't even know.
It's back. CapCut and TikTok are both available to download in the App Store, which, I mean,
I don't understand what happened. I don't understand.
Like, why do we not know what happened? Why was there like this huge thing? Everyone was talking about it, and then all of a sudden it's back, and no one's talking about why, or that it's even back.
No, I literally, I texted you yesterday because I think I've said this before. I do most of my social media stuff on Sunday, and then I schedule it throughout the week. Like, if I'm posting all week, I'm not really online posting. The shit's been scheduled. And I hate the other apps. I don't hate the other apps, but I'm so much more comfortable with CapCut, and I do hate everything else about the memes. I only want memes there. I literally just check it every couple of days like a fucking addict, like waiting for my fix. I'm like, is CapCut back? Is CapCut back? And when it downloaded, you should have saw my face. I was like, is it gonna go? It got like so close and it was like loading, and like it normally doesn't get that close. Like normally, like I hit it and it goes for like a second, and then it's like, this isn't available, and like it started to go, and then it like stopped, but it was like just because it was like buffering or whatever. I was like, this is happening. And I was definitely like fiending for my fucking CapCut templates. I just love the templates.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I mean, whatever, it's back. That's great, but like, I don't
What?
know if it's
Why?
back to stay. I don't know what made it come back, or like, what did they decide? I don't fucking know.
Why is the purple ticket not worth $50? I thought that it was like $2 before or something. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, the purple tickets.
I don't know, but I mean, if you're going to give me $50, I guess I will post on TikTok. And like, I post things like not all at the same time, and I stagger them. Saturday, I deleted a bunch of videos. I was like saving them in case TikTok came back, and I was like, you know what? I'm having a nice time not posting on TikTok. I'm not even going to worry about this. And my phone needs to update. And I deleted like 30 fucking videos that I had made in the last month. And I mean, I could like download them from YouTube Shorts, but then they're gonna have the fucking there's an app you can get that you can take the watermark off, but like,
fuck, man, whatever. Moving on.
Right. So I don't know how active I'm gonna be on TikTok. I mean, I'm gonna post, I guess, some. I don't know. But CapCut, I'm happy about. TikTok, I don't know.
I'm like annoyed with my TikTok right now. I made a comment on a stupid fucking lawnmower. Did we talk about this? On
Yes. Are you still getting creepy people harassing you over your fucking lawnmower thing? And it was like such a normal ass comment. You were like, thanks for not being judgmental.
Yes, and it's still, but like the random like
Dudes.
messages and off that. I'm like, ugh, what is going on?
I get them on what's it called a lot. I hate these entitled ass dudes. These dudes will message you, and then I know you've been blocking them, but sometimes like I just don't bother. I'll open the message and then I just won't respond. And I'll leave them on read, and then they'll come back and get nasty with
Oh my
me.
God, I'm like, I will
What?
never hit like 10,000 followers or whatever because every time I think in order to hit that many followers, you can't be like blocking every weird guy that like sends you a message or I only block if they send a message. Because I don't got time. Like, I ain't dealing with that bullshit. It's fucking weird. You're not gonna. I can't.
I block like sex bots and I block anybody
Well,
that like
yeah.
gives me an attitude. But a lot of times with these dudes, I'll just open it and not respond, and then they'll get nasty. And then when I don't respond to that, they block me. And then like that's annoying because now I gotta go find you from my following list because like I'll like follow people back. You know what I mean? Because I don't know that you're a fucking weirdo yet.
Right.
And then they'll message me being a fucking weirdo, and then I will not respond, and then they'll curse me out, and then they'll block me, and it's like, well, now I gotta go find you on my list and unfollow you, so I have.
Well,
space
if they
left.
block you.
It somehow still shows that I'm following.
Oh, because I know like other places, other social medias. Like if I block someone, I can't see their shit anymore either.
Well, it'll come up, but it'll say like you're
So
following,
stupid.
but
I don't want them to see my shit. I still want to see their shit.
well, I'm talking about on Instagram, it'll show up like the accounts will show up, but they'll show up like blocked. So like it'll show up that I'm following it, but it'll act like it's a new like it'll be like, oh, this account doesn't whatever, or like this account's no longer available, but it'll still show you following them.
Oh.
So it'll say like not available, and it'll look all blacked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the words. It'll be all blacked out, and then I still have to go and unfollow. Why?
Yeah, it's annoying.
And you can only follow 7,500 people on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's stupid.
Are you close to that?
Oh my God, all the time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, because you follow everybody back. I don't follow.
Right.
Sorry, I don't follow everybody back.
Yeah, I do follow people back. It's social media. You got to be social people.
Yeah. But following that many people, I don't even look at my following people.
I do, and then sometimes I unfollow like big accounts, like, and not even like people accounts, but like businesses. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to follow fucking Walmart, but like maybe at one time I was interested in following Walmart, but like at the end of the day, I don't need to follow fucking Walmart.
Right.
Because Walmart constantly has one of them fucking broadcast channels, and they're always like, look at our new deals. I don't want to be in your broadcast channel, Walmart.
I got a problem with fucking Sam's Club right now.
Oh, tell me about it.
So, I ordered a delivery yesterday to be delivered this morning between 8 and 10 a.m. And it's a busy week. Like, usually I try to go down there on Mondays, but I had to work today. So, anyway, whatever. So, I was not going to be home. The kids, we had a meeting this morning. So, my Ring doorbell goes off, and I see the woman delivering my stuff. So I'm like, okay, but I couldn't like call the kids yet, whatever. So then I check my doorbell again, my Ring doorbell again, and I see her taking the stuff away.
No.
And I'm like, what? So I call Kaylee and I'm like, Kaylee, go check outside and see, like, maybe this Ring doorbell's like playing backwards or something. I don't fucking know, but go see if there's groceries outside. And she goes out there and she's like, there's nothing at the front door. And so then I go to like the live of the Ring and there's nothing at the front door. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I call Sam's, and I mean, this is Sam's Club. That shit's not cheap. And so I call and I'm like, I think the delivery driver just like stole my order. Like, I don't know. Like, she dropped it off. I can see her bring everything to my front door. She looks around everything, has her phone, and then all of a sudden, and then she's loading it all back into her car, and now there's nothing at my front door.
I've been seeing people doing with DoorDash a lot.
Right? So, like, I've heard of this happening. So they're like, let me get to the bottom of that. So they call her or whatever. They can see, like, who's been assigned the delivery and stuff. Sure. So apparently she picked the order up at 8:05 and didn't deliver the order until 9:35.
That's weird.
And when she went to go, like, say it was delivered, the app wasn't letting her deliver it, because you only have an hour window to deliver frozen, like, cold foods.
Okay, which makes sense. You shouldn't be taking more than an hour to deliver people's frozen food anyway.
Right.
That's like big, like, fucking, what's the name? You were just in the meeting. I bet you were in a Safe Serve meeting, weren't you? What's the word?
I don't know.
There's a fucking word. I don't know. It's bacteria waiting to happen. That's what it is.
Yeah, contamination. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. So they were like, okay, so she just has to, she's got to bring it back. Like, it won't let her deliver the order because she took too long. I don't know what made it. I don't know why she took an hour and a half. Like, I live tops. If there was fucking like crazy traffic, 30 minutes. And that's like traffic, which I doubt there was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know. This place is crazy.
This is true. So 30 minutes.
But not an
tops,
hour
I'd
and a
give it.
half.
Not an hour and a
Not
half.
an hour
I
and a
don't know
half.
where she went. So they were like, so she's gonna have to bring it back, and then another driver is gonna have to take the order. Like then they'll repick the stuff, and another driver is gonna have to come get it. And I'm like, okay, so like, what happens to the tip that I tipped her? First of all, like, does she get the tip or no? Because she shouldn't have taken an hour and a half. Like, she didn't fulfill her
Right. So can that tip be
duties.
transferred?
So like, does the next person get the tip? I don't know. So it is currently 6:30 at night, and I still have not received my delivery. I called them at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I called them at 3 o'clock.
You could have fucking went to Sam's by yourself by now.
I know. I called them at 3 and I said, what's going on? And they were like, well, I can see that she brought it back. Like, she did return it all, but another driver hasn't picked it up. And I'm like, so what the fuck happens now? And then he goes, well, let me, someone's going to call you back. That was 3.5 hours ago.
Let me ask you, is this like Sam's service, like Walmart service? Like, is it their own thing, or do they like hire this out to like an Instacart situation? I'm just curious.
They called it something. It wasn't Instacart. They called it something when they were telling me the rules. Like that hour rule, they called it, like they said it's somebody's rule. I don't remember the name of the company.
I'm just wondering because like Walmart has their things. Like, is Sam's and Walmart is the same company? So like, does your Walmart Plus count for your Sam's?
I don't know. Someone does it, but Sam's was able to communicate everything with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they didn't tell me to call another company.
Well, that's why I'm wondering,
because
like,
it's
is
a
it
third
their
party? But they were calling somebody, and they were supposed to be getting back to me. So I don't know. It's a fucking like $340 order.
That's really, like, I feel like they owe you a discount or like a free membership or something.
Because this is wild. Like, I'm like,
what if you were like needed to feed your kids and didn't have anything else in your house?
Literally need to feed them. There's nothing in my house.
Right, so what if this exact scenario happens? What are they going to do for you?
I mean, they had some shit to
I
eat,
guess like you got teenagers, they can run a McDonald's, but that's not your problem.
They've got like random shit to eat, but like I ordered toilet paper. Like, what if I had no fucking toilet paper? What if I needed that at 8 o'clock this morning? I still have a few rolls left, but like I needed it.
Right.
Fucking laundry detergent was in it. Like, I have a little bit of laundry detergent left, but like I wasn't out, so thankfully, like,
cat litter.
Yeah, like I needed my fucking groceries today. So I don't really know when I'm going to get the order. Maybe I'll update you at some point. And maybe by fucking next week,
you'll have your order.
I'll have my order.
I swear to God, if you don't, that's going to be so interesting. You know what? I don't like Sam's because the carts are too big for me. Carts are up to my fucking chest. Eric goes to Sam's. We shop there, but I don't go because the cart's bigger than me.
I never do delivery. I don't like paying for delivery. Like, I'm cheap. Whatever.
I was thinking the same thing the whole thing. I don't
would
do any
much
of that
rather
shit.
like pay, just go do it myself than spend the tip money. You know what I mean? Like, it was free delivery supposedly, but sometimes, you know, they'll up the price of the item.
Absolutely, they do that.
Yeah.
DoorDash does it for sure.
For sure. So I don't know, but like I said, it was going to be a busy week. I didn't know when I was going to be able to get down there, and we were running out of shit. So I was like, I'm just going to do the delivery and like take that off my shoulders. And now,
yeah, you're never doing it again.
I'm fighting with them. It's caused me more issues.
I don't trust them. I mean, I don't know at Sam's if you're getting any produce, but like I would never do delivery because I don't trust you to pick good produce for me.
Yeah,
you know
I don't do the produce there though. I do more so like the snacks and like the essentials.
Right. I guess a pack of goldfish is a pack of goldfish.
Right.
Or whatever the hell. Your kids are probably older than goldfish.
You know that goldfish are like the worst thing for teeth?
No, I didn't know
like
that.
For kids' teeth?
No.
It's the number one like cavity causer.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I think they get like stuck. It gets like stuck in there because it's like that crackery dust. Yeah.
I mean, my kid's pretty into flossing, so does that help?
Probably, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's like floss sticks that are like look like animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's, like,
I mean, if all he does it, nobody.
Well,
do people actually?
I floss.
Supposedly, people do. I know.
I floss.
This is dark in here.
Well, you know, but I don't think Eric does. Ferris and I floss, but I don't think Eric does. And the only reason I floss is because my teeth are not doing well, so I'm doing everything I can to keep them.
Yeah.
Right. So like I floss very regularly, and then like Ferris flosses very regularly because he has floss sticks that are like colored and shaped like animals.
Yeah,
you know what
fine.
I mean? But like, I don't think Eric does.
Yeah, I don't. I should.
But like, I do. But only because. Also, like, my dental hygienist is a little intimidating, and like, she's nice, and like, I don't like it when she yells it. And she doesn't yell at you, but like, you could tell she's disappointed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You don't want to disappoint
Right.
your dental
I
hygienist.
don't want to disappoint my dental hygienist because she's like, you haven't been flossing. I'm like, I have, and she's like, you're a liar. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god, she can see right through me. I wasn't flossing enough. I'm like, I'll up it to twice a day.
Dude, did you watch any of the SNL 50th bowl thing?
I started it. It's 2.5 hours long, so I don't really have that kind of time in my life to sit. I could have that kind of time in my life, but my book's getting really good, so I'm just staying up all night
Much rather
in my fucking high fantasy crazy world. But I mean, these bitches are killing people, so it's good stuff. Okay, so I started this afternoon and immediately started crying. Immediately.
Did they like do something for Chris
Sabrina
Farley?
Carpenter. I'm sure they did at some point, but it was Sabrina Carpenter and Paul Simon were doing that. It was like one of his songs about going home and about like being on the road. What the hell's the song called?
No, I'm terrible.
Oh my god, I was literally
music trivia.
crying. It
was a really good performance.
It was so good. Homeward Bound. Yeah, and like he's old, and like she was like really like trying to do his song for him, and like you could tell a couple times they were a little, and I don't know if it's because it was meant to be as like a round, and like he's getting up there, you know what I mean? But like they were like looking at each other and like pulling it together, and it was I want to cry now. I don't know. And then it's a never mind. I almost told somebody else's business on the internet.
Yeah.
Aww. I'm gonna open my notes. Steve Martin did the monologue, and he is just so stupid funny. He's so stupid funny, and I love him. And a couple other people came out. John something, that's SNL guy. Nah, Malroney, something with an M.
Maloney?
Yes, that one. Mulaney. Yeah, we got there. And then the one that he does the show with that I also love, who's the Cat in the Hat? Who's the fucking Cat in the Hat? Martin Short.
The Cat in the Hat.
Okay, there's like these shows, I don't know, they're like these newer Cat in the Hat ones, and he does the voice. What's her face
was like flicked off the camera? Meryl Streep.
No, I saw bits and pieces of her clip, and I can't wait to get there.
Yeah. I don't know when she flicked off the camera. I don't know if that was just a still. It was just a picture I saw of like they were sitting in the audience and she just flicks off the camera. Why?
I saw a thing. She was in a skit, and I saw part of it.
I saw it today.
And I
think I don't know if it is a recent one.
Yeah, she did one for this. Like she definitely did, and people were saying that she needs a Emmy for it, Grammy. What's the whatever? I don't know. People were like, somebody needs to give Meryl Streep an award for her SNL performance. So very excited to get there because I only got like 5 minutes in.
Yeah. I haven't watched any of it, only clips, and I saw that the Backstreet Boys performed, right? Is it the concert? Are they two different things? Because it must like be because the SNL 50 concert.
Yeah, no, that's the Backstreet Boys were not. So when I was watching, I watched the intro.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, it must have been
different things. I don't know.
It must be because
did they have a concert Friday night and then Saturday night was like the 50th episode?
I don't know how that was done because I don't know. But I know that when I was watching today, the intro said that the musical guests were Sabrina Carpenter and Paul Simon. And then it said Miley Cyrus and somebody else who I didn't know.
But Miley was at like the other thing. Oh, but it was just her. She was at the concert. She opened the concert and told everyone that this wasn't the Grammys and they needed to get up and dance as she sung Flowers. So that's not the same thing. See, that's the SNL 50
this book
concert.
said Miley Cyrus and Ashley something. I don't remember the other person's name. And then it was going to be Lil Wayne and the Roots, and then it was going to be Paul McCartney. And those were the 4 musical guests that are going to be on the 50th anniversary, the show that I started to watch.
So there's 2 different. I think there's 2
So it
different
must
things.
be 2 different because Backstreet Boys.
Because the Backstreet Boys performed, and then like Brian, apparently something's wrong. He's got like some vocal cord disease, and like he was very like off tune, like out of tune singing. And then people started like, what was wrong with Brian? And then like the Backstreet Boys like fans came in like strides saying like he's got something like a medical issue that is affecting his voice, and that it was like really fucking cool that like the boys
that even there
still like
Didn't
replace him, and like obviously encouraged him to be there. You know what I mean? Like, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then I saw that Post Malone. This is what I was telling you. So post Nirvana, like Adam Sandler introduced post Nirvana. And it's
so I said, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Nirvana band, like even Dave Grohl was on the fucking drums and Post Malone singing, and it was so fucking good.
You know what? I need to watch that because I love Nirvana and I love Post Malone.
Like that man can do anything.
Honestly, he is and just he's like a fucking musical savant.
He's like the kindest person too. Anytime you see him. I liked
his commercial.
What was his?
He was like being like a backyard dad in like a Bud Light commercial.
Oh, with the lawnmower?
Yeah, that shit was funny.
And then they had the lawnmower at the stadium. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. He was funny. Yeah, that man is my favorite.
Yeah, it was cool. So that's what I kept seeing something about the concert, but then I did see the Meryl Streep, right? Yeah. Her skit today. So it must have been two different
It must have been
like a weekend-long celebration.
Because they definitely, like, they announced all the musical guests that were supposed to be, like, in the show, and I didn't hear any. I've never heard Post Nirvana until we were kind of like, we, like, discuss. We don't talk about what we're going to talk about because we're not good actors. So if we talk about it first, we're going to sound weird and fake here. But we, like, go over topics. And she said, and I was like, SNL. And then she was like, Post Nirvana. And I said, I don't even know what that word means. I've never heard of that before. And then she said, well, then never mind. I'll tell you later.
Yes, Post Malone and Nirvana. So it's pretty cool.
Well, so I watched like the opening credits for the SNL 50, and that word was definitely not said. So it must be two separate things because I never heard that until you said it just an hour ago, half an hour.
50 years is wild.
Crazy, man. Congratulations to Lorne Michaels. You know what I mean? Like, who else is keeping shit going like that?
For real. I think he was like 45 years, they said. Like, Adam Sandler did like a whole little skit thing or like a song or whatever. Where he like talked about how long
stupid songs
people were like, how long people were in SNL or whatever. And when he got to Lorne, he said 45 years.
So he didn't start it, but he's been running it forever.
That's wild.
Yeah. The first skit that I did see that I started to watch, it was like Will Ferrell was like doing one of his old characters, and like they were doing like the old one where like they have like the three girls and then the weird girl, but the middle one was Kim Kardashian, and I'm pretty sure it was Kim Kardashian, and I'm pretty sure she wasn't in SNL before, so I don't know what the hell she was doing in a beginning skit, but I mean, not that I don't know.
She hosted SNL.
Yeah, but maybe she was in that skit before then, because I didn't think she was normally like. And I don't know all the people in that skit.
I mean, I don't know. I do know she hosted it, though.
So maybe that's why. Maybe she was from that skit. Right. Because I know they're going to have a lot of people back. You know, I'm curious to see if your man's going to be there because he was a big in it with Jimmy Fallon. Because but I know he's got...
Yeah, people said, I know all the controversy that's going on with Justin, but he really should have been included in SNL. Like, his like, skits were...
And you know what? I'll give him that. We all know I'm not a big JT fan, but like honestly, if he wasn't a pop star, he should have been on SNL. He always seemed to like be getting on with the cast. Like all of his skits were funny. I like him better as an SNL cast member than as a pop star personally.
Yeah, but he's he's on the world tour that didn't get ruined. So,
I thought it did get ruined.
He's still on it. He's still doing it.
I thought after like his little pee-pee situation, he was done. No,
he was.
Oh no, he just got a bigger shirt.
Yeah, he got a bigger shirt. He got a longer shirt, and he's still out there performing. So
you know what? Go ahead, man. But you would have done well on Saturday Night Live.
He would have. His skits were always.
His skits were good.
Like, they always went like viral or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
when he dresses up as the mascot and he's like, "Come on down to whatever land." Yeah. Like that shit was hilarious. That was like one of my favorites. Like that shit was so funny. I like him as an SNL cast member.
Dick in a box. I mean, that thing is still. And I'm on a boat with. Well, no, that wasn't. That was Andy Samberg. But
I love him too, man. He's so funny. Yeah. I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine because we like to have a little sitcom going that like we've already watched in the evenings. So like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like mindless. So you don't have to actually watch it, but just something.
We feel like we're hanging out together. You know what I mean? And he's just so fucking funny. He's so fucking funny. And we just watched the episode with Adam Sandler, and it's like, I don't know. Have you seen that show?
No. Here and there, but never like.
They go to like an undercover, they're like undercover looking for somebody, and like they end up at like this like antiquities auction, and he ends up having to be like the auctioneer because he needs to see the crowd, and he sees like
what
Adam
kind
Sandler's
of auction?
There. Antiquities.
Yeah,
that's how you pronounce it.
Antiques.
Yeah, antiquities is a real word though.
But what's antiquities?
They're like antiques, but it's like the plural verb. I don't know. But I promise it's not. They had a whole thing about it in there, in the show, and they're like, antiquities, that's not how you pronounce it. And they're like, yes, it is. And I've definitely heard the word before, but I get old, and
I feel like
here, I'm gonna Google it so that we can see.
Antiquities. I feel like you're talking about a Virgin Island. What's antique? Where did you live?
Antigua.
Antique.
The amount of people that want to argue with you and be like, it's Antigua, and it's like, did you?
I'm not going to argue with you on that one, but antiquities, I'd like to understand. I've never heard that word before.
Yeah, antiquities. You know why? Because you're not fucking fancy enough.
I'm not fucking fancy. I'm not bougie enough for an antiquity.
Well, I don't have service in here.
Well,
okay, there we go. Antiquities are objects or relics from ancient times, so it's more than antiques. I knew it.
It's coins, statues, or buildings.
They can also refer to the culture or life of it. So it was like a Greek antiquities.
Are more of like
more antique than antiques. Anyway, they're at an auction for Greek antiquities. Antiquities. And he sees Adam Sandler, and he's like, Adam Sandler, what are you doing here? And then Adam Sandler's like, I'm a serious person. I buy antiquities. And then he was like, gave him a look, and then he was like, I'm making a movie about the Russian, I don't know, Russian Empire or something right now. And he was like, oh yeah, who does Kevin James play? And then Adam Sandler's like, aw. And then he's like, who does Kevin James play? And he's like, Trotsky. Trotsky. He's
Paul Blart Mall.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't that him, Kevin James?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's not Trotsky though, but yeah. But he was in, I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But yeah, but it was funny because they were making fun of Adam Sandler, and like Adam Sandler's like they're making fun of himself, and I love that. Adam Sandler's stupid, but it's funny when he admits he's stupid.
Adam Sandler pretends to be stupid.
Yeah, right.
That man is a fucking
He's a genius. He's a genius. But like he's stupid funny. Like I like the stupid funny. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like they went to see the dog cop movie. What's it called? Dog Man. It's like for little kids. But they said that like it was like really clever funny. That made me think of it. I said I like stupid funny, but I like clever funny too.
Someone was like, Adam Sandler wore fucking basketball shorts to the Grammys, but showed up in a tux for SNL.
Did he really wear basketball shorts to the Grammys?
I don't know.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. And I think he dresses like that in general. Yeah, he definitely dresses like that in general. That's so funny. Did he wear a suit to the? I guess
he did wear a suit. Yeah, to the concert at least. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I think he was wearing basketball shorts at the antiquities auction.
Probably,
and, like in the show.
Yeah. He was playing himself.
Yeah, it was funny, and I just like that. Who does he's like, I'm serious. Like, who does Kevin James play?
Yeah,
he's not serious.
I did also see that Blake Lively and
they were there.
Reynolds showed up to the red carpet for like the first time, and then they're getting fucking scrutinized, whatever, because there was a skit where Maya Rudolph and I forget someone else, I don't know, they must have been like asking the audience if they had any questions or something like that. I don't know. And Ryan Reynolds stands up and he says, I have a question. And she was like, oh, hey, how are you? How are things going or something like that? And he goes, good. Why? What have you heard?
I saw that part.
And then like, did you see Blake's face?
No.
I don't know if she was acting or what, but she looked at him like her face turned like
was
white.
Funny?
Like, oh, did he really just go there? And it's like, did she know? Was she in on that? Is she acting? I don't know. But they're getting like, oh, it's not a laughing matter. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. My defense, I want to immediately defend, because when you're going through something like that, sometimes humor is the only way that you can get through it. But then do you have the humor publicly? Because now you're just opening yourself up to more scrutiny.
It's SNL.
But it's SNL.
It's SNL.
Right. It's like Deadpool. Like they're making fun of fucking
I mean, like
on Deadpool. It's like they do stupid shit and they talk about current events and they make fun of current events, but
it's SNL.
Yeah.
It's SNL. And Steve Martin said in his little monologue at one point, he was like, if you don't think this is funny or something, he was like, take a look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what I mean? What's wrong with you? Because he said something about, like, he was making, like, stupid jokes and, like, about things that I guess, people are serious about, but like it's SNL, right? Like it's
and
SNL.
I mean, like that is funny. Like, why? What have you heard? Because it's
That's
fucking
hilarious.
everywhere,
right? And I didn't get to that part, but I saw like a clip of that and I didn't see maybe I didn't see the clip. Maybe I saw like a still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like the words, and it was like them asking him like how he was, and he was like, good, why, what have you heard? So I didn't see her face, but like I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that was, and like again, like it's SNL. That's always been their thing. They've always like pushed the envelope and like
Right.
made fun of things that like other people weren't making fun of. Like they did a show like right after 9/11. Like they were gonna cancel, and like they
I
like are
remember
New
that,
York City.
yeah.
Like they did a show the weekend of 9/11. Like that's serious. Blake
Right.
Lively and Justin Baldoni's not that serious.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can make fun a little bit. Martin Short said that when they called him and asked him to do it, it was last minute, and he was on a vacation at the Gulf of Martin Short. So like we making fun of everything. We're making fun of everything. It's SNL. That was funny.
Right.
It's funny. He's done a couple really really stupid funny things like in his monologue, and then at the end he looked at the camera and he's like, if you don't think this is funny, take a look at yourself in the mirror. It's like, thanks, man, because the shit is funny.
Right. You have to be able to laugh.
Right. If
Like-
we can't laugh, what are we doing?
Right.
And like you said, like that's how people cope. Like my cousin and I have a lot of like super fun dark humor jokes that like sometimes we don't say out loud to other people, but like we're always gonna say it to each other, because how do you cope if you're not joking?
Right.
If you're not cracking a little jokey joke, what's the point?
Right. Yeah. So that was funny. I don't know what else is going on with that lawsuit right now, so I
I feel like I
can't
haven't
really
heard
like
anything.
talk on that right this week. All I know is that she's amending her complaint and they asked for more time, which is normal. People like freaking out about that. Oh, she needs more time because she's having her shit together. Like, no, he asked for more time too. Like, that's a totally normal thing to do within like the legal world. And then they also subpoenaed the phone company, Blake's team did, for the records, not for the actual text, because then people are like, it's invasion of privacy. Like, okay, well, that's not even what she's subpoenaing. They were subpoenaing the dates, the data, the times, like of like text messages sent and stuff like that, like the data log,
Okay.
so that they can compare like, his website, all that shit he put out has like this text being sent at this time and this text being sent next. Was it really sent like that? Was that phone call really made that day? You know what I mean? Like, that's what they want to know. They want to know if that's been altered at all.
So I want to comment on this. On what you just said about, I get that you're not saying it, you're repeating what the internet people say. Look at me being nice and censoring myself. I was about to say something mean and I stopped myself. Invasion of privacy. If he's posting, he made a website to put all the
Right.
text on. How is it invasion of privacy to subpoena to have the lawyers be able to read the text, but he's able to make a website?
Right.
What?
Right.
What kind of double standard bullshit is this?
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
bullshit.
what?
I mean, it's crazy. Like, if I make a comment about, like, defending Blake or whatever, it just gets, like, reamed. Like, it's fucking, like, whatever. I'm going to keep making them, but...
Right. Well, and the thing is, like,
I don't
the
know
whole
if
thing.
Sorry, go.
No, you go.
No.
Okay, because I am already worked up. Okay, like the whole thing started because she sued him for coming after him with the smear campaign, right?
Right.
And then the whole internet's like, she's evil. So the smear campaign worked, so it was
Worked.
real. So
It's
this is
still
all
working. Like,
this
you
is all proof that she's
don't
right.
think the shit that's being planted now isn't being planted by someone on his team?
And like I said it before, I'll say it again. The guy that makes the website telling you how great he is and how bad everybody else is probably not the good guy.
Yeah.
Because if you were right, you wouldn't need to make a website about it.
Right.
Right? Like, I would
And
never
then-
get in an argument with somebody make a website to tell you why I'm right. Like, that's...
Yeah. And they're like, oh, Blake showed up. Blake went to a red carpet event when all this is going on. Motherfucker, he fucking just did a podcast.
Right, like he's
with
not doing
a
things?
dude's podcast. Like, fuck off.
Look, take your dude wipes and
She
go
is
fuck off.
allowed to go to red carpet events. She is allowed to poke fun at the bullshit that she's involved in right now.
That's the thing. I don't get how it could not. You know what I mean? What do you mean we
Like,
can't joke? We can't joke about a little
Yeah.
lawsuit, a little jokey joke. Stupid.
Obviously, the seriousness of her allegations that he sexually assaulted her or sexually harassed her are not joking matters, but the fact that he is making websites trying to discredit her and it is blowing up everywhere. They're allowed to
Right,
say, why? What have you heard?
Right, like, sure. We won't joke about sexual assault. I'm sorry, essay, whatever we're allowed to say on the internet. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on the internet and what I'm not. But you know what? We're an hour in, so this isn't getting censored. Really, who's gonna listen to this for an hour to censor us? You know what I mean? It's fine. AI, no. Anyway, yeah, sure. That's not funny, right? Like, obviously, like, essay is not funny. Harming people is not funny. But it's not just that at this point. It's a huge, insane fucking media circus, and
Right.
that's funny.
Right.
Or there's parts of it that are funny that we can talk about. And
Yeah.
like
that's what he was poking fun at. The
right,
media
the media
circus. That it's
circus.
become.
Right. It's exactly. What have you heard? Exactly. That's a joke. That's a joke on the media circus that it's turned into. Nothing to do with, like, you're not joking about like actual events or anything that like actually happened, or and you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just the internet speculation, which is funny.
Right.
Right. I didn't realize we were an hour in until I said that.
Disney.
Yeah. Just a couple little quick updates. Okay, so the Ray magnet. Did I tell you guys about the magnet? It was a pass holder magnet. It was Ray the lightning bug. I think I did tell you because I feel like I remember you questioning. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway.
I remember something. I don't remember it being a lightning bug, but I do remember something about a magnet.
No, there's always a fucking magnet. There's always like, there's a goddamn magnet.
It was like something that you wanted to get or something, though?
Yeah, and I did. I got it. I got it. But he sold out now. So if you're going to get your magnet from today through February 28th, which was when it's over, you're getting mini because Ray's gone. I saw on one of those goofy blogs that they'll send you one if you email them, but I mean, I don't really know about that. I got mine. So
she doesn't care.
Okay.
Sorry.
You can go get Minnie. She's cute. Or wait till Ray comes back because you know he will. The bats at the Maharaja Jungle Trek. The bats are under refurbishment. They're expected to reopen in early March. It is a really cool area. They got flying foxes. They're the biggest bats and they're fucking cool as shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, we always hang out in there.
Yeah.
But they're under refurbishment through early March. Jelly Rolls is closing April 19th. They're expected to release details on a farewell event soon. Jelly Rolls is like a club at Boardwalk. It's been there since like the 90s. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. I heard that it was moving, but like none of this it's all speculation. So like I'm not going to speak on it because I don't really know what's happening. What I do know is that the Jelly Rolls that everyone knows and loves that is at Boardwalk is closing. There will probably be a farewell party. Disneyland is celebrating its 70th anniversary this year. And over the weekend, Cinderella celebrated 75 years.
That's wild.
Crazy. So at the Disneyland Opera House where they do their like Lincoln show, they're going to change it to a Walt Disney animatronic, and they got like his voice from the archives, and they made like and he's going to like give his own little show about himself, so that's cute. And then after the celebration, it'll be rotating between like him and like back to like the original Lincoln show, back and forth, depending on, I don't know how they're gonna do that. Festival of the Arts is over the 24th of this month, so if you didn't go,
a few more days. Today's 17th, and then when this comes out, it'll be the 19th.
Yeah, so you got this week if you want that mushroom risotto, which if you like mushrooms, you do. Phineas and Ferb topiaries are expected to return this year after 8 years.
What do you want to do today, Phineas?
Right? What do they do? The same thing every day, right?
No, but that's what they always say. No, they don't do the same thing every day.
No, they about Pinky and the Brain.
They cause havoc, and then the sister has to tell on him. What was her name? I forget.
Candace.
Mom, Phineas and Ferb are making a monologue.
That's so funny. And I got them mixed up with Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain.
They're getting a new show. Phineas and Ferb.
I was like, Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, they already got a new show.
Oh, really?
They redid the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. It's on Hulu. And the new song is fantastic because I liked it. The old song was very like too much for kids, but I was a nosy kid, so like I knew something. You know what I mean? Like had like Bill Clinton on the song and everything.
Yeah,
We are the Animaniacs.
I knew that whole song when I was a kid. I don't know if I
go
I don't know if I could do it.
Packs away the snacks while Bill Clinton plays the sax. We're Animaniacs. Well, but they redid it and it's like it's very updated, and they're like they
don't talk about Bill Clinton on the sax.
No. But it's still just as good because they said something about gender neutral, something diverse, our new contracts, but we did meta first. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like they're still very much them. Yeah. They've updated, but like they're still very like in it. It's so good. But so what they do now is it's like the two, everything's like a 15-minute episode or whatever, 8 minutes, but with commercials makes it 15.
Right.
So the episode is the first part's Animaniacs, and then the second part's Pinky and the Brain.
Huh.
So like
what
Pinky
is it on?
It's on Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah, we watch it. Yeah. I love all the updates from our shows. Like, there's a new Rugrats that we watch. There's a new Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain that we watch. Something else I can't remember now, but honestly, just those is good enough for me.
I love the Rugrats too.
Yeah. The new one is interesting. The new one's interesting. There's some stuff that I don't agree with, but it's just because I'm set in my ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the grandpa's like a crotchety old man in the old one, and the new one, he's like a yoga guy, and he's like, right. You know what I mean? But, like, I do like, so the twins' mom, so in the old one, the twins' mom was, like, very butch, and the dad was, like, real, like, they just got rid of him and made her a lesbian that did IVF in the new one. And, like, honestly, it fits. It works. It works. You know, you didn't.
Yeah.
It works.
That's
so I
funny.
like that. The grandpa thing rubs me the wrong way just because, like, I liked the crotchety old grandpa. That was fun. You know what I mean? And, like, it was part of, like, who he was, and it, like, helped you understand, like, how people are different because, like, he grew up in a different time, and, like, there was, but I mean, the old one went for years, so there was, like, flashbacks into, like, his life and, like, why he was that way. You know what I mean? So, like, I like that shit. Oh, that's an hour. It's too late. I guess, like, it's, if you're still here, we can talk about it. I had, like, saved a Am I the Asshole just in case we wanted to talk about it because I felt like, and maybe because I said that, I felt like I could see both sides, and it was, like, it was from, like, a parent of a teenager, so I felt like you would have, like, good insights, too, and, like, I see the teenager and the parent side of it.
Let's do it real
All right,
quick.
let's just do it real quick. Because, like, it was like, man, this kid has a point, but, like, man, these parents have a point. You know what I mean? And it was very, like...
Man, parenting teenagers is fucking hard.
And that's what I felt like when I read it. I was like, you know what? I don't really have a good, like, I don't have a good, like, grasp on this. Like, I don't have a teenager. You know what I mean? So, like, you're in it. Promised my son we'd match his car savings. Now he has more than we expected. When he turned 16 and got his license, we allowed him to use an old car from a relative. At that time, my son had around $5,000 in savings. We made him a promise, saying that we'd match whatever he ended up with at graduation. Reasonably, we thought he'd maybe double that to $10K through jobs, and we'd match for a reasonable $20K car. He now has $35K to use for a car. He said he did have a little over $10K, but that he bought smart stock options in April, and now we'll have around $35K after tax.
No.
Personally, I don't think he did anything besides get stupid lucky. He's insisting that we follow through on our promise. Oh, he's going to tell us that in a second.
Okay.
He is insisting that we follow through with our promise and match that. Financially, it's not a huge dent for us since he also surprised us with a nice merit scholarship that he did earn. The problem arises in that we really don't want to break the promise we made to him, but we also strongly believe that an 18-year-old driving around in a $70,000 car, and then it breaks off, and I'm sure we can assume that it means this is very irresponsible. So, like, he's a good kid. You made a promise. But an 18-year-old in a $75,000 car is just an accident waiting to happen, and we all know that.
Yeah.
But he deserved, and so a lot of the comments that, like, I agreed with were more of, like, you should give him the money, but, like, have a conversation about how, like, maybe, like, he still only spends 20, 30 grand on a car and saves that.
Thinking.
Right?
Like, what I'm thinking is, I think what I would maybe, I don't know, I wouldn't have, obviously they're pretty well off if they have
right, if that's not a problem.
$5,000 to match with no worries. And he is a really good kid if he's like, you know,
right,
I'm assuming that they probably have like a, maybe they're not that well off, but they did a scholarship, like a college fund. And now that he's got like a merit scholarship, they don't need that college fund.
Right.
Right. But in the grand scheme, and besides all of that, no 18-year-old needs a $70,000 car. So why, instead of like making him broke and him using all $35,000 plus $35,000 used for his college fund or whatever else, why not still match his 10K? Like, well, whatever, maybe he puts in 15K of his money, you put in 15K of your money, and now he has a $30,000 brand new car for an 18-year-old and still has $20,000 left to move out or to help him not have to work through college but still afford his bills. Like, why are we putting all of the money into a car?
And that's what all the comments were like. And again, like, you can see I just screenshot this from like somebody else, so like I don't have like the OP's original thought process.
Yeah.
But like that's what a lot of the comments were saying, and that's what I agreed with too. I felt like, right, or like have some kind of conversation where like, look, like we'll match your money, but like not all for a car. Like some of it needs to be like a savings.
Yeah, but we're not matching $35,000 either. Like
I mean, if you have it, because we don't know that it's from a college.
Yeah, but
you sound like you have it.
She said that she said that she would match for a car. So you put in whatever you're spending on the car, he pays half and you pay half. We're not spending $70,000 on a car. So we don't have to match $35,000.
But it never said for the car. It said we'd match whatever he ended up with at graduation.
For his car, though.
Well, they're talking about the car.
Yeah, but it was when he turned 16 and got his license, we allowed him to use an old car from a relative. At that time, my son had around $5,000 in savings. We made him a promise saying that we'd match whatever he ended up with at graduation. Reasonably, we thought he'd maybe double that to $10,000 through jobs, and we'd match for a reasonable $20,000 car. So they were going to match whatever he ended up with at graduation. They were going to match that for a car.
Yeah. We can imply that. Okay,
they weren't matching just to give him money. They were matching because he didn't have a car.
Right.
He was using a relative's car. At graduation, whatever you save up, we will match that and we'll get you your own car.
Okay.
So we don't have to match everything he saved. We're paying for half of his car.
Right. I see. So you're coming. Okay. I wasn't thinking about it that way. But you're right.
Like,
because it was about the car.
Right. We're not doubling your savings. We're splitting a car with you. So I think, maybe but that's, you still pay for half of his car, but we're not buying a fucking $70,000.
No, I don't. I completely agree. Like, you don't give an 18-year-old does not have. That's. I don't know. You get like dark about it, but like, you're gonna die.
Well, there's so much more you can spend your fucking money on.
But you know what I mean? Like, when teenagers have like those nice cars, like they end up, you know what I mean?
Right. We don't need to go that fast. We don't need to be that nice. You're gonna get in a fucking accident. It fucking happens. It's very granted you've been driving for 2 years, but
that's still not that long.
I just don't think that like you need to spend all of your money on a car and then I have to spend $35,000 too, just because that's what you saved on a car. We're not spending that on a car. No, that would be my I think that's what, if that was at my situation and my kid couldn't fucking save $35,000 to save his life. How did he get those bonds? I need him to talk to my kid.
Right.
Or the stocks, whatever. How did he get that money? Yeah. That's, I think, where I would land is that we will still match you on a car, but we're not buying a $70,000 car. You're not spending all $35,000 of your money on a fucking car.
Right.
You're about to go to college. You need money to survive
and to live. And then like, that's what a lot of people were saying, like,
and keep investing that money back in or something.
Right.
Maybe he thinks he can like win. I don't know, but like to spend all of it on is just seems crazy to me.
And that's what a lot of people were saying, like, if you have the money and it's not a big deal to match him, maybe, like you just said, like, spend a decent amount of money, a normal amount of money on a car, and, like, let him set up, like, a high-yield savings or something for when he's out of college and needs a house, and, like, still give the money that you were going to give, because if it's not hurting you to match it,
right,
why not help your kid be set up?
Right.
But if you can't touch it, and you know what I mean? Because I thought of that, too, like, it's because the person said that they don't believe that he was really stock savvy, it was luck. So, like, you don't want to let him have that money to play in the stocks to lose it.
Right.
Even if you can afford it, you don't want to lose $40,000 for fucking funsies.
No, I don't think the kid needs $40,000. Right, I don't know. Maybe I'm like,
I don't know,
crazy, but I don't think like you just gonna hand him $35,000
at that age, like, your
18,
brain's not
and then
fully
you're
formed.
like, what the fuck's he gonna work for? I mean, obviously worked for the first 35, but like, I don't know. I just don't think.
Yeah. I get it. That's why I wanted to ask you, because I was like, man, I felt very strongly both ways.
Yeah.
Like, I was going back and forth. I was like, this is stupid. And I was like, well, but he saved the money. And I was like, but you can't do that.
Right.
So that's why I thought it would be a fun one.
Right.
Because it did.
I mean, maybe you match him. Maybe you don't match him the $5,000 or the $10,000 you thought he was going to match him. Maybe you match him $15,000 and he gets a nice $30,000 car. Like, meet somewhere in the middle.
Right. And then have some savings, but not that much. Because like you said, like, too, like, you don't need that much in savings either at that age. Because what are you going to do with it? Are you going to do something stupid with it? Are you going to take your friend to the strip club and blow $20,000 in there?
For sure.
So that was fun.
Yeah, fucking teenagers. They're fucking hard, man.
Well, that's what I read it. And I was, like I said, I was having like all these like big feelings and opinions. And I was like, my kid's 6. I'm going to bring this one to Kim.
Yeah.
Because like, you're in it.
Yeah.
You're dealing with teenagers. I'm not. So also, like, am I looking at teenagers with rose-colored glasses, not realizing how fucking stupid they are? You know what I mean? I don't know. All right. Well, now we're well over an hour, so we should probably go.
Yeah. I need to fucking call Sam's Club and find out where my shit is before it closes.
You know what? That's a good point. So we gotta go. We gotta go fight with Sam's.
I ain't getting that shit today. I can tell you that.
They owe you Like a hot dog or something.
Something. Fucking
Ew,
$2.50
gross.
pizza and a soda.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
More than that.
They owe you a whole discount.
Yes.
And a coupon.
I'll let y'all know how it happens.
Yeah,
I'll let y'all know what happens.
She'll update us
If
later.
I ever get my fucking groceries.
I hope you do.
Thanks, me too.
All right. Well,
Peace
thanks for
out.
being here.
Thanks for being here. K-Town down.
If you like this, share with a friend. Don't forget to like and follow.
And find us on all social media at parkinglotchats.podcast. That's Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Same handle.
Thanks for being here.